Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of First Impressions here at MurrOtter. I'm Matt, and today we're checking out the game Stretchbot, which is a new retro pixel art chiptune platformer game from M5 Games. Really gives me throwbacks to the days of those old school games you'd play on Windows 95 or something like that. So I want to check this one out. So let's go ahead and jump in, start the game. As you know, my first impressions videos are meant to be me opening the box, checking out the game, so you don't have to spend your hard-earned money, on it before knowing what you're getting yourself into. So it's not a final review, but it is my review based on my first impressions. So let's jump on into what we got here. The music, the art, though, oh my god. The way the little screens pop up, it definitely gives me throwback vibes. Where are the rebels and their obsolete computer hiding? Oh my god. Robot abuse. Ugh, we are knee-deep in this steam junk. Let's get back to the factory and leave this place to the archaeologists. Fair enough. Stretchbot! A junkyard. I hate junkyards. Hey, buddy, you don't look so good. I can help you get out of here if you know the way. If you want out, you'll need to find gears like this. That's my broken robot voice. And bring them to a Rambo outpost. I'm strong. I can carry you. No, I'm better as parts. Oh, dead robot. Oh, brother. And our grumpy robot starts his adventure. I'm not actually sure if he's grumpy, but that's my first impression based on 3 lines of dialogue. So, it definitely has an old school sensibility. You can't even use the joystick, at least not yet, or I've messed up some kind of setting when playing it. So you do have to use your D-pad if you play with a controller. You can also obviously play with mouse and keyboard, but I much prefer the controller for a game like this. Although I would also much rather have my my joystick. But what are you gonna do? One thing to note is that the enemies do not stay dead. They could respawn while you're standing in the area. I've died that way before. It leaves you a little bit salty. Because I was trying to remember how I got up to that particular guy. So to swing, we can use our grapple. Which is right there. A lot of hearts to be had so far, though. Oh, Jesus. Always good to wait and see your environment. And we hit our Mario top of the flagpole, put our gears in, and let's get out of here. That is a stage clear for us, and we will move on. As you can see, just very old school sensibilities to it. Keeps your time, shows you the number of items you've collected, and then you move out to an overworld map. And now we move on to this particular area. I don't think this is going to be a particularly long first impressions video, just because I feel like you can get the sense of what this game is pretty quickly, but I would like to go for 10 minutes or so, just because I've had fun with it so far. The one thing I will say, though, that I'm curious to see how it pans out is the movement and kind of, I think, what's represented in the... I'm not sure why we would want to do that. Oh. I'm not sure what the equivalent of K is on my... As you can see, it's... Okay, it's your X. It does treat mouse and keyboard as it's... That's who we're accommodating here. And there's no two ways about that. Very glad the splash doesn't kill us there. I want to look at the pattern. We got a double drip and then a drip, so we got to go quickly. And then I haven't... Oh, I could have swung across that, huh? I don't think you can use it to... Oh, Jesus. To attach to enemies. That's what I was testing there. Ooh. I probably could have and should have taken the upper route. Oh, balls. But we did reach the end there. What I was trying to say a little bit earlier before getting distracted by the game itself is that for a game that sort of utilizes the idea of swinging, to me, swinging seems to imply a sense of I don't know. I guess fluid movement, and I always associate it with quicker paced, gameplay. You want to zap around something like Spider-Man or Sekiro. I know obviously those are not the style game, but the point is, a Celeste type game I would think comes along with a dash that kind of movement as well. Whereas for what Stretchbot represents, as far as your movement, you are a little slower than I would have guessed. Like, it's a little clunkier than I would have guessed. Like, did you see that? I mean, I was standing on nothing right there. The hitboxes are just a little unclear. The movement's a little unclear. There's no duck. Like, you don't feel particularly limber, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. Oh my god, there's a V2 bomber coming at me. I get the sense that these cases are... Ooh, nice. I did not know that we could punch those. But here's the caveat. I don't necessarily think it's bad. Like, I think it's part of the retro sensibility that the game has, and I think it wears it well. It just took some getting used to, and I think also, I guess we don't want to touch the acid bubbles. Wow, that movement made me a little dizzy. All right. Got our heart back. Now we're going for a ride. Oh my god. Jesus! I wanted to try to get that top gear, and we're still going to do it. I don't know if there are checkpoints in the levels. I don't think so. I thought maybe those arc sodium lights or something like that might be the checkpoints. I do want to go for that higher one, though. God bless America. You saw I mentioned the checkpoints, or excuse me, the hitboxes being forgiving. It looks like we do need to recollect gears that we hadn't collected during this run. Like, I don't think that the thing... Jesus, we're gonna die again. I don't think the items you collect if you die count toward your progress, which makes perfect sense. Also not sure what the oil means exactly. But I'm gonna get as much gear as possible. Again, I'm not sure if at some point... Jesus. There's a currency. That sounds like the Donkey Kong death music. Also, apologies if I have a little bit of a hoarse voice, or I'm clearing my throat a little bit. I've been fighting off a cold, and it's been quite annoying, actually. But I wanted to show you all Stretchbot. They were kind enough to give me a code, and it's a game. I thought that the artists looked cool. Like I said, it's the kind of thing I played a lot as a kid, and so there's definitely a nostalgia factor at play here, and I think they really nail it. In some ways, I think a lot of games like your Shovel Knights, they bring like a modern sensibility to like an old gameplay. I think this is probably a little bit more rigidly set to like the old feel. Yeah, you got to get yourself that first bounce so that you're not gonna hit the acid up top. All right, I want to do it this time. No, I'm not gonna get it. I'm not sure what happens if you get all the gears. I think it's probably just like a collector's thing. See, like right there, why did I not get hit? That guy passed through my body. I was actually just about to say... Nice, okay, so you want to hit the bomb thing on the flag at the end. I was just about to say, I feel like they don't necessarily use the swinging mechanic too much either, which seems like a big part of the game, like your little Stretch Armstrong arms. I guess Inspector Gadget is more accurate. We did skip a level, but until I'm sure of what you get out of collecting items, I'm just going to take a straight path here. Okay, pro tip. You can buy, there it is, equipable items with parts collected in levels. That's what I thought. So what, we can just do it like at any time? That it's weird, it's like not in a menu. Okay, so we have a grapple, swing from anchor boxes. With 250 parts, hammer punch, smash enemies all around, so it's like an area of effect kind of attack. More health for stretch would come with 500. I think we're going to save up, because God knows it appears we can do it just like in the middle of a level. So I'm going to do it in the middle of a level. Did I get to 500? Nope. Okay, so it's not that much. Don't drop your bombs on me. This moving train level is a cool vibe. Oh god, Mario cannons. This is really cool. I like Stretch's little animations when you leave them standing still. Again, I wonder if oil or whatever that blue component or meter is, or basically our mana, I wonder what kind of stuff we'll be able to do with that. If eventually we'll have projectiles or something like that. These little bombs are cute. Just what every bomb maker wants to hear. That his bombs are cute. His or hers. Bomb makers can be any type of people. I just imagine mostly it's probably people who like bombs is the main defining trait. Alright, that's it. It's 500. Let's go. We got a heart. So it's that simple. Being able to do it. Now hold up. Can I jump on those? No, I'll get hurt. I'm not sure how I get up to that. Oh, jeez. You can't. I was experimenting with. So I'm trying to use my Stretch Armstrong thing. It does give me a bit of like a diagonal sort of punch, but I was wondering if I could grapple onto those people. Again, didn't seem to be much of a use for that in that particular section of the game, but let's check out one more level here on this one. If you all are into this kind of game, I imagine you can see what it is. You like this or you don't. You need a certain amount of gears to advance. All right, we'll go back to the level 3. That makes sense. Interesting. So there is incentive for collecting the gears out of the levels. And I imagine eventually that'll encourage you to check out multiple routes. Well, that's our advance, but you have to get out of the level alive. You can't just leave. But for those of you who ever like, you know, some of those retro games growing up, like the Mega Mans, or, you know, even now stuff like Shovel Knight, I think it's probably already kind of evident whether or not you would think this title is something you'd be interested in. I do not like rushed climb levels. I'm just not like smart enough for them, honestly. My brain likes to have time to think about what it's going to do so that I can make mistakes. Oh, why didn't you grab the ladder, you doofus? Well, we'll do it again. I just like, my brain likes to have time to compute, you know? I'm not the world's fastest thinker. Perfect trait for somebody who likes to do things on the internet. Nobody's ever made mistakes from talking too fast on the internet when they're not good at it. What's that? You agree? I know. I'm not sure if that other item we could buy would be valuable or not. I don't remember what it was. There was something for $250 though. The hitbox is forgiving when you're killing enemies, which I like quite a bit though. Like, if it's gonna have that old school feel to it, I'd rather it. Can I like give you my feet? Thank you. That was a weird thing to say. And that's it. Everybody, that's Stretchbot, again, from M5 Games, comes out this Wednesday. If you're into these retro platformers, things like that, I'd imagine this one, I'm not exactly sure the price point because it's not out yet, but if this thing's under like, you know, $10, $99 or $5.99 probably, I'm not sure how long it is. Definitely worth checking out. If it goes above that, it might be worth waiting to get in the sale just until you're sure what you can get. Because again, it does like need probably a little bit of polish around the edges. Again, the controller support isn't great. It doesn't necessarily show you your buttons on the displays and things like that. I had a little trouble getting my controller to pair with the game and things like that. But I had a lot of fun with it. And again, I love these like retro platformers. So if that sounds like something you'd enjoy as well, it's worth checking out once this one's out. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead and hit the like button. And if you want to see more, please hit subscribe. I've got new stuff on the channel multiple days a week, and I'd love to have you around. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you again next time.